We started off as a regeneration programme in '99. In 2004 we became a limited company, but that's a not-for-profit limited company, and all of our profits are returned back to landscape and heritage within the Manor and Castle area of Sheffield. And then we have the social side, or predominantly social side of the company, which is the looking after the parks and open spaces within the area, looking after the farm here, working with the volunteers, and we have also our education and heritage.
Right, my name is Leanne Noriega-Waite and I am the farm supervisor, and my role is to supervise volunteers with learning disabilities. When we first came in from last year, it was a derelict site and we stripped it back, and then we put in these raised beds and footpaths for people to be able to walk more accessible.
I would say in terms of transforming the land itself into actually food production, that's been phenomenal. We didn't have any productivity on site. We were playing around with it, to be honest. We've done it in the past, but not on the scale that we're doing now to make it productive. And I say the work that Leanne's been doing with the volunteers has been fantastic, and that's really accelerated the work.
The volunteers that we've got here today are from Rotherham College, and they're doing a horticulture course, and they come once a week on a Tuesday, and they learn skills on doing lots of different growing crops, weeding, planting on, pruning, and they do it all over the site.
My name is Catherine Cheetham and I'm a tutor at Rotherham College of Arts and Technology. It's really, really important because the students are getting real life work experience. They're working in the shop, they're working in the fields, they have to do the work. It's just not playing, they need to work. And they don't get that in college. It's false scenarios, whereas here is real life.
We decided to close it down for a while, look at how we can make it sustainable properly, and we took on the shop supervisor, and he's transformed the place.
My name's Tony Dunn and I am the food supervisor for Green Estates. We started off with sort of 2-3 customers a day, and then it went to just the staff canteen almost, and it was just members of staff coming in using it, and now we're starting to get the general public in. And it's starting to survive on its own, if you like, now. So
and it's just used as a meeting point now for lots of different organisations. Local people come in there. On a sunnier day than this, we've picked a cracking one to come up. There'll be children playing outside. There'll be parents sitting around having meals. Families come up. So it's really become a high local community hub.
When Rebecca first came here, she needed escorting into the shop. She was nervous to speak to people. Now she's straight off the bus and in. She gets it straight into her apron. She knows people that she sees regularly and greets them. And it's really, she doesn't lack confidence anyway, but it's really improved her social skills, and it's benefited her no end with her confidence in numeracy and using the till on her own is great.
And I mean, in terms of volunteers, we wouldn't be able to survive without them. And I think a lot of the time it gives them sort of the confidence to sort of go out and find other jobs. I mean, I know we've got a girl that hasn't been working for about 3 years, and she's suddenly, I mean, she started with us just a month ago now, and she's doing brilliantly, and she's now looking for work again. To be fair, I don't want her to find anything because we want to keep her here. But I think that what the ideal would be is you actually grow this place enough with the outside buffets that we do, little conferences with the other sides, that we can actually start taking on some of the volunteers like that have come here to grow in confidence. And if they do grow in that confidence, then we can hopefully eventually then employ them as well.
The interesting thing for us has been the hens and the chickens that we have, and that has been about getting, especially when local residents have found out they can get eggs cheap in the supermarkets, they've come in and bought the eggs, and the eggs is one thing that we never have enough of. On the back of that, they've then been coming into the shop, they've been tasting the fresh produce, they've been tasting the fresh meals that Tony's been preparing, they've been getting involved in the cook and eat sessions, the children have been coming to the cook sessions, so I would say it's been fairly successful.
My biggest want for this place is that it's not necessarily seen as a community cafe, because I think if you start saying that we're doing everything for the community, I think a lot of people around here would say, well, we don't want it. I think to give people from the local community options to do things for free in here is a far better way to promote it.
I'll get Leanne or colleagues coming to me and saying, I'm not getting anywhere this week, or it's slow this week. But actually, when we do step back and say, well, actually, as you've mentioned, this has been transformed here. If you go down to the farm shop, you see the transformation there. And it's incremental, to be honest, but we'll suddenly see a huge leap forward in terms of how progress has been achieved.
You and I make us smile again, and we haven't done second dance.